How much does it really cost to start a nurse staffing agency? Breaking down the hidden costs and essential investments for success. Starting a nurse staffing agency in the U.S. can be one of the most lucrative businesses in the healthcare industry. But here's the catch. Most people grossly underestimate how much it actually costs to get started. You'll see advice online saying you can start for a few $1,000s, but the reality? There are hidden costs, ongoing expenses, and regulatory hurdles that no one seems to talk about. If you're diving into this business expecting it to be a low-cost, overnight success, you're in for a rude awakening. But don't worry, I'm here to walk you through every detail so you're fully prepared and set up for success. In this video, I'm going to break down the true costs of starting a nurse staffing agency, including essential startup costs like licenses, insurance, and software, hidden expenses that can take you by surprise, what seasoned agency owners say about managing cash flow, how to budget wisely and avoid costly mistakes. Along the way, I'll share real stories from entrepreneurs who've been in your shoes, sharing both their successes and their struggles. Step 1. Understanding the core costs. What you absolutely need. To build a nurse staffing agency, there are certain non-negotiable costs you have to account for. Let's start with the basics. A. Business licensing and legal costs. One of the first steps you'll take is legally forming your business, and this comes with its own set of expenses. LLC formation. Depending on your state, forming an LLC can cost anywhere between $50 to $500. Some people opt for a sole proprietorship, but that doesn't provide the legal protections that come with an LLC. Business licensing. Many states require specific licenses for healthcare staffing agencies, ranging from $100 to $1,000. You'll also need a Federal Employer Identification Number, EIN, and sometimes additional certifications. I came across a forum post from a nurse who spent $800 on just licensing in California, thinking she was done, only to later discover that she also needed a specialized healthcare staffing certification, which cost her another $1,500. B. Insurance. Operating without the right insurance is not only risky, but it's also illegal in most states. For a nurse staffing agency, you'll need several types of insurance. General liability insurance. This typically costs between $400 and $1,000 annually. Professional liability insurance, also known as malpractice insurance. Expect to pay around $1,000 to $3,000 annually, depending on your agency's size. Workers' compensation insurance. This is mandatory if you have employees, and costs can range from $500 to several $1,000s annually, depending on your state and staff size. C. Software and tools. You can't run a nurse staffing agency on a simple spreadsheet. To manage scheduling, payroll, and compliance, you'll need specialized software. Staffing management software. Programs like ShiftWise or Aya Connect start around $200 per month, but can go up depending on the features and size of your agency. Payroll software. Tools like Gusto or QuickBooks are essential for handling payroll and tax filings, which can cost $40 to $150 per month. D. Office setup. You might think, do I really need an office? You can start from home, but as your agency grows, you'll need a physical space. Home office setup. If you're starting small, a basic home office setup could run you about $1,000 to $20,500 for a computer, printer, phone line, and internet service. Commercial office. Leasing a small office space can range from $500 to $2,000 per month, depending on your location. Step 2. Hidden costs. No one warns you about A. Credentialing and background checks. Every nurse you place will need to be credentialed and background checked. While the nurse usually pays for their license renewals, your agency may need to handle certain aspects of the process. Credentialing. Software. Platforms like MedTrainer or Credential MyDoc can cost you around $100 to $300 per month. Background checks. Depending on the service, background checks can cost $20 to $100 per nurse. If you're onboarding 20 nurses, that adds up fast. B. Marketing and advertising. You can't attract clients and nurses if no one knows your agency exists. Website development. A professional website can cost between $1,000 to $5,000. SEO and content marketing. If you're hiring someone to handle your SEO and marketing, this could cost an additional $500 to $2,000 per month. Paid advertising, Google Ads, or Facebook ads. Targeting healthcare facilities and nurses could easily run you $500 to $3,000 per month, depending on how aggressive you want to be. I read a post from a new staffing agency owner who underestimated the cost of marketing. She thought a simple website would do, but after months of not attracting any clients, she realized she needed to invest in SEO and Facebook ads, which added $2,000 to her monthly expenses. C. Cash flow issues. Here's something most new agency owners don't see coming: delayed payments from clients. You'll need to pay your nurses before the healthcare facilities pay you, which can lead to cash flow problems. Invoice factoring. Many agencies use this service to get cash up front by selling their invoices to a factoring company, but it comes at a cost, typically 1% to 5% of the invoice amount. Step 3. Common problems and how to solve them. Now that we've covered the costs, let's talk about the challenges you're likely to face and how to overcome them. A. Problem. High nurse turnover. One of the biggest challenges in the staffing industry is turnover. Nurses often leave for better paying positions or more flexible schedules. Solution? Focus on building strong relationships with your nurses. Offer competitive pay and benefits, but more importantly, create a positive company culture where nurses feel valued. Consider offering bonuses for loyalty or referring other qualified nurses. I read about a staffing agency that started offering $500 referral bonuses to their nurses for bringing in other qualified candidates. Not only did this reduce their turnover, but it also boosted recruitment significantly. B. Problem. Delayed payments from clients. As mentioned earlier, clients don't always pay on time, but you still need to pay your nurses. Solution? Consider using invoice factoring or creating a line of credit to help with cash flow. You can also set clear payment terms in your contracts, such as offering discounts for early payments or adding late fees for delayed ones. C. Problem. Compliance and legal issues. Healthcare is highly regulated, and any slip-ups in compliance could land you in hot water. Solution? Invest in compliance software and work closely with a healthcare attorney. It's better to pay for legal help up front than deal with a lawsuit or fine later on. Step 4. Recap. Here's what you need to budget for. Let's break it down. 1. Business licensing and legal fees, $500 to $3,000. 2. Insurance, $2,000 to $5,000 annually. 3. Software, $300 to $800 per month. 4. Office setup, $1,000 to $2,500 home office, or $500 to $2,000 commercial. 5. Credentialing and background checks, $20 to $100 per nurse. 6. Marketing and website, $1,500 to $7,000. 7. Cash flow, management, invoice factoring, 1% to 5% of invoice. Now that you have a clear understanding of the costs involved in starting a nurse staffing agency, it's time to take action. Don't let these numbers scare you off. The upfront investment may seem high, but the long-term rewards can be life-changing. As with any business, preparation is key. Do your research, plan your budget, and build your dream agency. Remember, starting a business isn't about how much money you have. It's about how much heart you put into it. Go out there and build something great. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another entrepreneurial tip from Medical CEO Academy. Let's get staffed for success together.